Okay, and welcome back to another Cobalt's Couch. I am joined by a couple of people, and that is in the way. We'll just fix that up for dinner right now. All right, hopefully that's not a big deal. It still seems wrong. All right. That's not important. Unprofessional. People prefer it unprofessional, so I guess we can just clown around a bit. We just did Infinite Battle for the console guys, so I'm joined by Dandu.
Hi, I'm always here.
I'm joined by Dasher Dude, and I'm joined by Roro.
Hello, everyone.
So unfortunately, because of the three-guy format, we only get one Xbox guy.
Yeah,
But anyway, how many of you actually raced for Infinite Battle?
I did.
I did.
Awesome.
I
It's good.
didn't.
Sorry, Daredevil had more important matters to attend to, so we'll discuss that later on. But for now, we will discuss the Infinite Battle tracks. Look at this. Dan Mirison has put in like a little extra effort here and put all these things up top, so we can see all the the console logos, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
All right, so we only had like 7 people show up for the console, the PlayStation finale. In standard Dasher Dude fashion, he cleaned it up.
yeah.
You gotta do it before the finale.
Look, this season has been dominated by 4 drivers in 2 cars. It's pretty much all there is to it. Fidestic finally got his invite, which is good. I've been wanting him to get
Let's
his invite all
go.
season.
Very happy for him.
Yes.
Finally, he wins with the M3. It took longer than needed.
But he got it.
Yeah, so it's good to see that he finally did make it in because these guys have been just holding invites and stopping anyone getting in.
We've been gatekeeping the invites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gatekeeping is for hoes. No offense.
I just realised that there now cuts off names. Then don't even edit that. Just let my mistake show up, okay? Don't worry about that. Let me just have the errors because I made those errors. I don't want to put in hours of work with a broken arm to try and fix those errors.
You know he's gonna do that anyways.
I hope not. Anyway, so I was going to discuss who we expect to see winning the finale, but we need to just not even worry about that. We've still got 2 more weeks before the finale, so that's not important.
Yeah.
How was the race, Dasher?
I liked there's certain aspects I don't like about it, but the rest I was fine with. Like for instance, the spiral I didn't really enjoy that much.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like you slow down very for a long time. You'd be just slowly going around. You know me, I like speed. So I go fast.
So with only 3 people, when you've already got an invite, I'm assuming it was just a bit of a relaxing race. You didn't have to put too much effort in.
Yeah, because sometimes if I get a finale invite, I just like to chill back and make things interesting and not, and the people in front just like to let them do their thing, get their invite.
Yeah. I think
I'm just hoping
it's a good advantage to be able to not overwork yourself because you got your invite early.
Yeah. I'm just hoping for someone to beat me in the finale so I get that fire back.
I mean,
this season definitely looks like it's going to be one where we've got some threats because normally you've just got RMD, but this time Paul and Pickle have just dominated. What is it about Power Rocket and the Stingray that's doing so well on PlayStation only this season?
because people can actually drive those cars.
It's just got to be PlayStation lingo at this point because I don't know.
The thing is with the Corvette is that it has really good acceleration. and that's gonna help you a lot on a lot of turns because you have to
Definitely
slow
jump
down
out.
for the turns.
Jump out.
And so once you're done slowly going around a turn, you get that acceleration boost.
Yeah.
That's gonna send you flying, basically. And with the power rocket, if you can
6
like
pips.
build up, yeah, you can build up those 6 pips if you get a lot of boost pads. Which there was a lot of boost pads for these past few tracks.
Yeah.
So that helped out the power rocket get the 6 boosts, or at least like 4 to 5 boosts. Is even enough for
Yeah.
power rocket?
But the thing is, like, we're
So-
not seeing these cars dominate on PC or Xbox.
Well, they need to get better as cars, innit?
It could be it. Could be it.
Like they're really good cars. They could be a sleeper for other systems.
Yeah. Well, like the Corvette has got 1 win on PC, so it's not entirely
And
underperforming.
it didn't it win that one event you guys did?
Possibly.
The manufacturer's event.
Yeah.
The
manufacturers.
manufacturers.
Everyone was limited
Didn't
to
it
much
win that?
worse cars for that event. It was like the only meta car in the event.
Yeah. I could see that.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Those are the Daytona. Those the Daytona. That's meta.
Yeah, better in like taking people out. So we've got our invites and stuff set up, and because so few people have actually reached the qualifier, they just automatically qualified for the finale. So we have a 9-racer finale for PlayStation. You know what? I probably won't get all you guys back in next week, so I'm just going to get a quick one out of each of you. All right, so Dandu, who do you think is going to win the finale?
I'm gonna win the finale.
Of course. Finally got to win something, I guess. Dasher?
Yeah.
So my answer is going to be based on facts, and the facts are that Pickle has been winning a bunch. So I think that Pickle, if not me, it will be Pickle, definitely.
Okay. And Roro?
For PlayStation League, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been looking at PlayStation League a lot. If I had to rank it out, I'd say Dasher. If not Dasher, then Pickle, and if not Pickle, then Paul.
Cool. Look at that, Dandu. No one else has faith in you.
Wow.
And then we've got the Xbox guys. Miku just came in, won his race. I think this was his second race of the season. So he got his invite out of this. Roro with a very strong second. Honestly, I have to admit, Roro, based on the fact that you've been in the Jesco, you haven't been dominating this season.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it just no shit.
That totally.
Let me answer that. So, it's called being skill issued and making mistakes. As a person who's played Hot Wheels from like the beginning of freaking time, you know, pro players do make mistakes still. You know, sometimes
Yeah, like
it depends on the
Jessica.
track too. Yeah, it depends on the track too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I won't make excuses as to why I haven't been winning. You know, it's depends if like people are better on a certain track or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some tracks they are better at than me. Some tracks I'm better at than them, and I still get a high placement. Infinite battle on Infinite track, Miku was very far at first. I will admit he was quite a ways, but then I was reeling him in. You'll okay. I'm not gonna say too much. You'll see in the when the video comes out. But yeah, I do plan to not too long from now I'm gonna be hopefully in Acceleron League.
Yep.
I am gonna get a PC soon. So just watch out for that. But
You got about a month,
season.
maybe 2, till we start the next season. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll be running Rip Rod when that happens.
Ooh, exciting. I think you'll pick up a team fast, just purely because like you've shown that you are a good driver on Xbox, and that's going to be enough to claim you. Obviously, Beisel with another podium in the toilet. Dude's just been. That thing was definitely a sleeper that people were not ready for succeeding so well this season.
I think so too.
And then, how did you console guys actually go with a endurance sort of track? Like, it was like a 14, 15-minute track, right? Was it like harder to race for a long time?
I don't know.
No. Like what
I don't
kept
know.
it more interesting was that there was like turns and stuff, so
Yep,
I wasn't like dozing off or anything.
yep.
So there was a
I mean, it is
I
just
still
a
had, like,
longer period
interact
of
with the
time
track.
to make no mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it wasn't
Very much.
like a track that was like could mess you up if you make like a slight mistake. It wasn't one of those kind of tracks.
Cool.
So it wasn't really
And then we have the console guys. 8 qualified normally, and there's 5 qualified for the qualifier, which means only one of those won't make it. So realistically, only one of those 5 drivers isn't going to be in the finale unless people don't show up.
Okay.
I think
I wanna
Dan
go
has said
win
he
the
won't be
qualifier.
there. I think Dan said he won't make it because of his arm. So it's probably going to be Salah, Gore, Footloose, and Charlotte in the finale.
Oh yeah, just to justify this, I probably won't make the finale for like the 4th time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to work that day, and I don't think I could take any more days off because it's on the 15th, right?
I don't remember. Something like that.
It is. It's the 15th.
Yeah, and my spring break ends the 10th, so it wouldn't make sense. I can't take off.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna try my best to see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all know beforehand, but beforehand, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make it.
That's rough. All right, and then we have the console league placements, right? These are, we haven't really covered these a lot, but we will cover them here because we are at the end of it. Fusions, 1 season.
Yay! Go team!
Well deserved.
So they had an average of 33.5 points per race. I think it's 56 is the maximum you can get in a race with console league. So that's why console will have more points than like Acceleron, is because they get more points. They have twice as many drivers earning points sometimes. So Fusions with the big win. And then obviously Conquerors have another big win too. I think each of these teams will get something next season in terms of a team track. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out in the future. What is the points difference here? It was only 27 points. That's a pretty close one. That's only like 1 race between them. And then 3rd place, High Rollers, with only 1 point behind. 1 point behind 2nd.
Oh, I just noticed that. Ooh.
That's
You're welcome.
Crazy. And then 4th place, we have Race Ventura, so they will be eliminated. They won't be coming back next season.
Sad. Big sad.
And they'll be replaced by the winner of the PlayStation finale. That person will be able to create a team there, or give someone a team if they already have one. And then the Rogues obviously can't be because they just don't exist. It's just a place for people that aren't on a team to score points and have their points go somewhere. And then the Emissaries with a low point score. Quite right. I think it was just a matter of they didn't have drivers showing up much. They'll also be eliminated and replaced by a team from the Xbox finale. So whoever wins the Xbox finale will be able to create a team there.
Hopefully it's Lucky Strikers.
Yeah. That's about it. That's pretty much all we have for console. We'll discuss the finale and the qualifier finale in the next Cobalt's Couch, just because that one is more dedicated to the finals. For this one, it is just a bit of a discussing the last race. That's about it. Anything anyone wants to say finish off the season. How was everyone's season?
All I gotta say is those watching from the console side, at least, good luck on the finale. I want you to beat me. Please do. Please, I'm begging you. Beat me. Please. Okay, that's it.
What? Why do you want to lose?
I want my fire back, man. I want my passion back. If someone beats me, I get that back.
All right.
It's just Saitama.
I'm not gonna make it easy for you either, though. You gotta beat me.
You gotta earn it. No throwing.
You gotta earn it.
All right. We'll get the PC guys in here, and we'll get at least 2 of you to bugger off. Toodaloo, everyone. Well, not even Toodaloo. We're just going to be swapping over. Okay, so we've got the console guys in here. Dandube's stuck around because, for whatever reason, no matter how hard we try, we cannot get rid of him.
I transcend dimensions.
You mean to say the PC guys?
What?
Yeah,
You said we got the
you said console
guys.
guys.
I'm tired, man. I've been running off like no sleep.
What do you mean? PC has every console. You could just emulate.
Well, that's true.
We also got
Exactly.
Animax.
Hi.
Hi, and we also got the Shoopster. Awesome. So we will be discussing, obviously, Infinitrack. We'll probably skip over the finale stuff till next week, just because it's too long to talk about all of that in one video. All right, so Infinitrack was wild. I actually got up early to watch this one. Watched it live, and there's a lot to talk about. First up, Mickey and Ivan was pretty much the showdown everyone was interested in because, like, these guys have both won this track before. So seeing which one of them would do better this time was kind of cool. And spoiler alert, it was Mickey.
Oh yeah.
We knew it was Mickey was going to win. We had a full confidence in him.
Yeah,
Ivan was up there. He was there for almost the entire race with him, though.
yeah. It was very close. Power Pipes and Nate were also very high up in the whole race too.
And Jumpy.
Yeah.
And Jumpy, apparently.
And there was the rest of the pack had a lot of collisions going on. There was all kinds of bumping and yelling and get out of my ways. Ty got taken out and was in like 12th in the first lap, and he managed to climb his way back through the pack. He got the fastest lap on the track by like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
His recovery was so fast. I'm happy I got to watch that
Yeah, he
live.
got a 4:15. And like we look at Mickey's best time was a 4:19.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Mickey's best time, like throughout practice and time trials, was like 4:16. So that's still impressive considering how broken Street Creeper is for this particular track.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any confidence in our Corvette at all, because like we saw the speed stat was really low.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was the second lap that Ty put out a 4:15, and it was just immediately Kairos, even though he was racing, he was still watching the stream that Ty was doing, and was like, "Was that a 4:15?" Dude just gunned it. And then
multitasking.
Yeah. It's like I'd be focusing on the track, man. You can't afford to make mistakes. They had to only finish top 9 to secure their spot as the season champion, so I guess it wasn't too stressful.
No.
And then the big one was down to BHR and Rally Monsters fighting for elimination.
Again.
And Norton just drove off the edge. One of the first straights. He just drove straight off the edge of the track.
Well.
So
Why did he do that?
that
At
was
least
not
he didn't
ideal.
take the other. At least he didn't take the other BHR member with him this time.
That is true. I think it is fair to mention, I think he was a little shaken up after the reset that we had to do.
Yeah, that reset was not ideal
And he
at
was
all.
incredibly stressed. And because he and Ivan were both up in the front during before the reset. And
Yep. Yeah, no, the resets
think-
are definitely not ideal. We'll have to. I
Yeah.
think we're going to limit how many resets per driver there can be for the whole season, next season. Probably to 2, which I don't think anyone went over that this season, but I think we'll just put that
Nope.
in place just so there's no risk. There's just less chance of it coming up. But yeah, resets are not ideal at all, especially in such a just stressful and long race. You've got a whole 4-minute window that someone can drop. And
I'm
ruin it.
very proud of BHR though, because we spent that entire week practicing like 5 hours every single day.
Yeah, you guys were nuts. I
this
actually
track.
even recorded some
Yeah.
of it.
You did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
joined
Yeah.
in for some too. Like, I was like, damn, like not even I practiced for that long.
We.
You guys
It's
are
the
really
worst track to
determined.
practice on too. Like it's just
It is.
so slow.
Well, and up
At
until
least-
like the day before, we didn't really know who to send in besides Ivan. So
Yeah.
it was.
Imagine if it was 8 minutes a lap.
Ugh.
Good thing nobody has done that.
Yeah, good thing. Right?
So yeah,
Yeah.
Wild Riders takes the season quite convincingly. They've been on top
Back-to-back?
pretty much. Yeah, back-to-back champions. First time we've had back-to-back champions. Or anyone repeating. But at the same time, the team is just so strong. With drivers like Alpha and Kairos, it's no shock that they'd do well.
Mhm.
19-point average
Alright.
every week out of a possible 28, which is a lot.
It is.
And then Syndicate was not too far behind. 4 points, was it? 4 points. That's nuts. I remember discussing
closest we
with
ever had.
Kairos earlier in the season when we had and all that. I remember discussing with Kairos earlier in the season that 4 points shouldn't be, it's not going to be a 4-point difference between these two teams. And it was. But fortunately, it was 4 points in the other direction. So that ruling doesn't matter.
This was the closest between the top 2 teams ever, too.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah.
All other 3 seasons, whoever's been in first has just dominated,
Yeah, absolutely. Just one-sided. And
which is good. I'm happy. It's
I
not
mean,
like that.
it makes a huge difference when you get first and third. Like that's huge
Yeah.
points. So they went way up, and yeah, if Ty hadn't have been able to recover, they probably wouldn't have. Like Wild Riders might have lost that finale, or might have lost the season.
A 1 point difference would be insane if it were to ever happen
There was for console.
between teams.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh damn!
I think it was second and third had 1 point
it
difference.
was. Yeah.
Fortunately, it
Console
was
was
nothing
quite
on the
close.
line. Like it wasn't the season championship or an elimination on the line, so it was just 1 point. Riptide. Well, we don't have a Riptide yet. Thank you.
We don't, but they pulled off their hat trick. They're like BHR now.
Yeah. They're just always third.
There are our Riptide brothers.
Yeah. I really expected Riptide to dominate the season after race 1 when Soul just destroyed everyone in the Jesco. It was like a huge,
Oh.
convincing win, and it was like, oh, hang
Miku
on, we
got
might be having another Jesco
second?
season.
Miku got second that race too, right? And they got first and second.
I'm not
Or was that a
sure.
different race?
It might have
remember.
been. I know they got first, second on Speed Ups.
Oh, yeah.
But like
I
Riptide
think
was
they just
always
had
up there.
Yeah, they just had a couple. It was like 2 or 3 races where they just had poor finishes, and I think that's
Yeah.
what dragged them down. Otherwise, they probably would have
Yeah.
been able to dominate.
And then
And
unprepared to bash, they had the disconnect from Swole. That really hurt them in points.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
he wasn't that high up, was he?
I
I
think he was
don't
like in
remember.
6th place or 5th.
Yeah. So that's
But
only a
that's
few
pretty
points
good
there.
still.
And then BHR in 4th place, surviving, barely surviving once again. Going
Fourth
into
time.
this race, like you guys went in this race not 100% sure we were going to see next season. Like
No, this is the race or the season that it was the closest for us to being eliminated because
yeah,
season well, discounting season 1, season 2 and 3, we had a good enough lead on 5th place that it was
hard. Yeah, you had to do really
it was
bad.
harder for them to be able to kick us off. So
And
we
so it
were
was a
sweating a little.
13. It was a 13-point difference between 4th and 5th going into this race, and a 13-point difference coming out of it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Den.
What?
Den put a meme in the.
The meme.
Oh.
It's the podium with BHR.
Oh, that. Yeah, I made that.
No matter what, BHR will survive.
Yep. I thought that would be a funny thing because we've been here since season 1 and we're the last team, but we've gotten 4th every time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
funny
It
'cause
gets
it's
closer
true.
each and every time.
yeah.
I'm curious to see how close it'll be next season.
We'll see.
By
Next
2
season they're just
points.
going to win.
Maybe.
Next season they're going for first. And Rally Monsters. Now, is it fair to say that, as well as their driver issues causing problems, that the monster truck was pretty much the reason they didn't beat BHR?
Nah.
They had
RJ did
RJ
really
did
good
well
for what
on the
it's
tracks
worth.
he was meant to be on, but on the tracks he had to fill in because he didn't have a driver. That
Yeah.
thing was only a hindrance.
I think that's
I
that's
think-
more of his teammates then, not him.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had been
Yeah,
able to
Diego-
use a different vehicle, he probably wouldn't have finished 12th
Well,
on
our-
Smooth Drift.
Right, and he's also one of the strongest drivers in the league. Just in
Yeah,
general,
yeah.
So.
Like, he's a top 3 driver, and we put him in a vehicle that just doesn't. Well, he put himself in a vehicle.
Wow.
that
Yeah, I was
doesn't
saying, what do you mean
perform-
we?
Yeah.
It doesn't perform on certain tracks. Which, if he's forced onto those tracks with minimal practice, he just can't do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it. I think that's all the teams.
Oh, for God's
Yeah,
sake, my
we
team's
don't-
dead. Why you keep doing this?
That's it. Your team's dead. Who cares now? It doesn't matter.
Infinitrack will
God.
forever be the Bone Shikabasha's graveyard.
No.
This track
God's
will haunt
sake.
you
Poor BSB.
forever and ever.
I feel like there was far more graveyards for BSB than just Infinitrack.
I think the graveyard was parkour because the thing is, we were like catching up with BHR after Temple of Time. We managed to pass Rally Monsters,
yeah, yeah.
but then the servers decided just to like not work on parkour. So then got D6 to 12, and
yeah, he
Apex
just
hit a barrier,
teleported
which
out
you
of the
could even
race. It
see.
was wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Miles
was.
done
And then-
something against it.
Yeah.
and then we just had the unlucky combo of like Riptide Slide and Smooth Drift.
And the
I don't know why I
Scourges.
went on Riptide Slide. Why did I go on Riptide
You went on
Slide?
a lot of tracks. And
You guys
Yeah,
also
why didn't we see
suffered a little
JC?
bit. Yeah, so you guys suffered a little bit also from not having all your drivers too.
What happened to JC and Red this season? I was hoping to race against my former teammate.
Well, Red pulled a red and didn't show up
yeah.
again.
Red not showing up is kind of
Yeah,
expected.
he wasn't showing up, and the funny thing, we did put him on like Street League for Smooth Drift, and he literally said, "Oh, I forgot how bad Riveted is."
Yeah.
It was just,
Well,
yeah.
he's also insanely out of practice too. And
Yeah.
the meta has
Yeah.
changed so much since season 1.
And
But
Bart
you know
moved the
what?
shit.
Okay. You know what? I'm proud of my drivers. I'm proud of
Yeah,
Apex,
I mean-
Dan, and Jarl.
They all put in. Look, I wouldn't discount yourself too. I mean, you still had some good moments.
Shuby, he never once
got
finished
10.
in the top 9.
My
I'm just
highest
trying to
is
make him
10.
feel better, man. Can't we
The,
just give him
the
that?
best he did was beat 2 guys.
Yeah, and he beat me, and I'm one of them. So there you go. I'm proud of you, Dan.
Thank you,
We
Shibi.
either make one of those podium memes with Dan.
No, because then
I
I'll
should
be on
say
there.
ahead of time for whoever's going to be in charge of team creation or giving away a team, Dandu does not get another team this season.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, it'd be silly to give a team to the guy that just had a team eliminated. There's no punishment.
Yeah,
Someone's
carry
upset
on.
about it in the background.
Fine,
Yeah.
we'll edit that in post.
Sorry.
Whoops, that's not meant to be there. Hang on a sec.
Oh.
Cool. So that's pretty much it for discussing Infinitrack. Not a huge one today. Just a quick one with obviously two groups of people and Dandu. But yeah, so we have to say goodbye to Rally Monsters and Bone Shaker Bashers, the two new teams for the season. Which I guess we didn't have them around long enough for people to get too attached. If we lose any of the other teams at this point, people are going to get very upset because they are big teams, and it's going to be hard for anyone creating a new team to come into this lineup of 4 long-standing teams and try to beat BHR.
Yeah,
Fourth place maybe.
this is the first season where we've had 2 new teams get eliminated
Yes,
at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because we've secured 3 extremely strong teams in Syndicate, Wild Riders, and Riptide.
And BHR. Yeah.
And then BHR. Look, BHR is not a weak team, but they have also had to fight for 4th every season.
We have some incredibly strong drivers. We just also have some really bad drivers like myself who drags the rest of the team down. So,
Having Jodo was a huge help.
Jodo was a huge help. Ivan, obviously.
Ivan, savior of BHR 2 seasons in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Norton is also strong, but I feel he's just not gotten that luck this season.
Yeah.
This is the first season, though, that BHR has had all 7 drivers drive, and the first season where Norton and I don't have the majority of races, which is nice. So, that was good at least.
Yeah. And we have a BHR guy in the finale, so that's cool.
Yep.
We have every team except for Rally Monsters has someone in the finale, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go, Joel. Win it all.
There always seems to be at least one team that doesn't have anyone in it.
Oh yeah. Obviously, with the whole Deadu can't get a new team. If someone wins and wants to resurrect BSB, it'll be their team. But that's
really
obviously
want to do that though.
Yeah. I don't think Joel might. He might be like, yeah, I like these guys.
I want I hope we get brand new teams. I'm excited. I like looking at new ideas.
Yeah. Anyways, we will see you all next week. This is pretty much it for Couch this week. Just as I said, a bit of a chill one, bit of an easy one. Next week we're going to be discussing the finales and what we're expecting out of those.
Yeah.
All right, toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
See ya.
Bye.